The May jobs and unemployment report numbers just came out, and they came in hotter than expected. 272,000 jobs increased for May compared to the 180,000 economists estimated. And the unemployment rate ticked up to 4% compared to the 3.9% estimated. Average hourly earnings month over month were also higher than estimated at 0.4% compared to 0.3% estimated. And average hourly earnings year over year were 4.1% compared to the 3.9% estimated. This hotter than expected job gains combined with the payroll wage increases being hotter than expected will likely mean that the stock market will be down today. This actually decreases the chances of a September rate cut slightly from the Fed fund futures from 70% to 55%. So this is something that we have to watch. Bond yields rose a little bit as a result of this, but the one bit of good news from this, or not necessarily good news, but there's a bit of difference of information, is that the household survey of employment of jobs and unemployment is actually showing a decline of 408,000 jobs. So it's hard to know which data is true. I personally think the household survey is more accurate in my opinion. And then that combined with the unemployment rate rising, to 4%, shows that the labor market is weakening. I would use the household survey over the establishment survey. I think there's more job losses than job gains. The establishment survey, it's hard to tell whether or not that data is accurate because it depends on survey responses from businesses. So I trust the household survey slightly more in my opinion because a lot of people have to take multiple jobs in order to make ends meet because of this inflation. And then I wanted to briefly touch on GameStop. Roaring Kitty is scheduled to have a 12 p.m. live stream today, as I mentioned in my video yesterday. However, GameStop announced a 75 million share offering, and they reported their first quarter earnings, and it showed $882 million in revenue, a decline of 29% year over year, and a $32 million net loss. As a result, shares are now down over 20% today, but all eyes are on Roaring Kitty's live stream. He might say some interesting things that might push up the stock price. Obviously, we have to see what he says, but all eyes are on Roaring Kitty's live stream right now. And but going back to the jobs and unemployment report number, I think it's that mixed data, but more importantly, the fact that unemployment rate is at 4% shows the underlying weakness in the job market. And I think that the Fed should cut rates in September, if not July. And I don't think we should necessarily put too much emphasis on the establishment survey job gain of 272,000 jobs. I trust the household survey showing a loss of 408,000 jobs, in my opinion.